people. It is
beautiful
not morning,
evening,
but it's gorgeous. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful out here. I hope y'all can actually see me. It's kind of, there we go, awkward angle. So we have not done a Q&A video in a while, and there have been lots of Q's lately, so we figured we'd give you some A's about various things, and we're also just trying to prep for going to the Homesteaders of America Conference this weekend, so it's kind of like we're not doing anything interesting, really. I'm packing orders.
People would love to just watch us pack for vacation. Drain
the trailer water tank, and refill it. That's what we're doing. So let's jump to the Q&A. Y'all got questions? We got answers. Let's do it.
Hopefully.
Okay, well, yeah, hopefully we've got answers. And there's a lot of questions, so if we don't get to your question, I'm terribly sorry, but it was like 300 questions.
Per platform. And Facebook had a ton,
right.
Instagram had a ton.
And I don't want this to be an hour-long video.
Right.
So.
Here's one. How did you meet? How long have you guys been together? What are the boys' ages? So we met at a Bible study in high school.
Yes.
Gosh, like 2000, something like that?
2004.
No, we met.
Oh, we actually met,
Even before that, gosh.
Well, okay, we were both homeschooled, so our moms knew each other. So we were kind of like...
Same circles, but
like meeting? Yeah, I think our actual first meeting was at play in high school.
Yeah, we went to a play.
Was it Robin Hood?
I don't even remember. So, like, we met way back then.
Yeah.
We got together in 2004, so coming up on 16 years we've been together, and coming up on 14
almost. So
like,
yeah,
it's been a while.
And then the kids, we have 12, 10, and 7. I had to think about that for a second.
Soon to be 8.
Yeah.
Like, good night. Time's flying.
Right. Good night. A couple people have asked what our overall goals for our homestead are, / 5-year plan, / 10-year plan, / what's coming in the next year, animals you want to get, that kind of thing. So that's all kind of like encompassing together. I think our overall goal for our homestead is to be as self-sufficient as possible while still maintaining our sanity. I want to put that little asterisk on there. While still maintaining our sanity. So, all the vegetables.
All the vegetables. Like this little garden right here.
We love it.
This is just like, a sample.
Yeah.
We are going to cram so much food into this place.
Yeah.
Like.
That's our ultimate goal.
That's our goal.
So we don't have to have very many inputs coming.
Outside input.
Yeah.
Yep.
5-year, 10-year goal, I get bigger. I mean, do more.
Just get bigger.
Yeah. I mean,
we're gonna add animals. Right. If not this fall, then spring.
Right, for sure.
Pigs, stuff
pigs
like that.
Are the next on the line.
Yeah.
Like that. After chickens, our goal is pigs. They're fairly easy.
They're easy, and we have lots of acorns, so they will be very happy.
And we really love bacon.
Yes.
So I mean, and then ducks.
Ducks.
We want to do ducks.
That might wind up being spring. I'm not sure. It's just as we get to it, you guys know how it is. When it finally comes up and it's time, then it happens.
Right.
And so we're just not quite there yet, but we're getting there.
But pretty close, yeah. And then somebody asked about goats. Are we ever planning on getting goats? We've talked about goats over the years. I even talked about maybe sneaking one into suburban California. We didn't do it, but I talked about it. So we might, I don't know. But that's one of those needs way more infrastructure things.
Yeah, there's a lot of fences that
what
have to
was
it you said the other night? Joel Salden says if you have goats, then your neighbor has goats. And I mean, we like our neighbors, so we don't really want to share the goats.
They might like goats.
They might like goats. I don't know. Maybe we should ask them.
How did the blanket with the yarn from all the states turn out?
Okay, so that's on hold because we got here and I've been so busy. I haven't had time to knit hardly anything.
She hasn't.
I haven't.
She has always had
And knitting is my sanity, and it's starting to like wear on me, so I do need to take some time. But my thought was this winter will be a great time because there won't be much garden. So I will hopefully be able to sit and work on that. And I also got kind of hung up because I started with one design and then I decided I didn't like it, so now I'm redesigning it, so it'll be different. But it's coming, it's a plan, but any knitter knows. Then they're all probably sitting there going, that it takes time. It's a work in progress. It's a whip. Don't judge me.
I want to know Ben's 5-year beard plan.
Do you have a 5-year beard plan?
No, actually, I'm debating before Homesteaders.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah,
No.
I'm thinking about it. It'll be such a shock. I'll cut my hair off. I'll shave the beard. They'll think she got a new husband.
Right, that's the truth. Don't you? It's gonna be cold up there. You might want to keep that.
Well, see, now, like, I've suffered through summer with long hair and a
That's
beard,
true,
and it's
yeah.
like, it's getting cold now.
Now you're gonna shave it off.
Yeah,
And freeze
that's
to death.
that's about how it is.
Flip-flopped.
Not really shaving the beard, though. Basically, when I start making straight razors, that's when the beard will disappear.
See, there you go. There you go. Okay, we get this question a ton, and we've kind of like mentioned it in other videos, but I guess we'll just talk about it again. Basically the question is, why are we choosing to redo the mobile home versus fixing up the farmhouse, or versus building another home or doing something else, or why did we choose to fix up this mobile home instead of buying a different mobile home? Iterations of that same question. Okay, so we chose to fix up the mobile home because it's here.
The utilities are all up
Yes.
at the top of the hill.
Right.
That's the septic.
Yes.
The well is up there.
The power pole's
pole's
up
up
there.
there.
There's power to the
There's power
farmhouse,
to the
but
farmhouse,
like
but
all this stuff is up there.
Everything was ready to go.
Right. And why we didn't do a different mobile home and like move this one out and get a new one, because they're all in the same condition as this one.
If you
from
buy
what we found
a
around
used
here.
one in a affordable
Right.
price.
And affordable price around here for a mobile home isn't that affordable.
Yeah, you're talking,
And it's in the same condition, really.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like this was the lesser of all the evils.
Yep.
And then we didn't have to worry about getting a company to move this one out and move another one in and all that. And honestly, this was, come to find out, like I think most construction, this kind of was in worse shape than we realized originally. There's been stuff we found.
Yeah, it's everything we have pulled off. There's been 5 things underneath that were wrong. Like,
we weren't necessarily expecting it to be this extensive, but at the same time, it's like, it is what it is.
we're addressing everything
Right.
that's wrong with it.
Yeah.
You know, we do have the days where it's like, you know what, we should have just burned it.
Just let it match. I
but-
still have those days.
But we're getting to the point now, like, I got a couple more windows to put in, and then siding's going up.
Right.
Like,
I mean, that's
we're,
it.
we're getting close.
Yeah. The reason we're not doing the farmhouse is because the farmhouse is going to take a lot more work. Like, it's okay to move a soap studio in there like we're planning, because that's not really like a living situation where we're in there constantly. That's just a workspace. Whereas if we were living in it,
The
the foundation needs
is,
a ton of work.
Oh,
The walls, like overall for living, need to be replaced. There's windows that are like screwed into the outside and they're not actually installed.
it's
There's
worse.
no septic down here.
Yeah, there's no septic down here. We can't even find if they had a lagoon or something
right.
like that.
So we're not. So it's one of those like, and like, if we're gonna do it and redo a farmhouse, then we're gonna redo the farmhouse and spend more money. Extend the roof line,
hire it done, get a contractor,
maybe
all
add
that
on a
stuff.
room, that kind of thing. So it's going to be like way more money and way more than we want to put in right now. And like we've talked before, we are bound and determined to be debt free.
Yep.
I'm not going to go get a loan for the farmhouse right now if we don't have it, and we need something to get into. So the mobile home was the easier option,
Yep.
and the farmhouse is just like a bigger project way down the line.
Yep. How do you stay so upbeat and positive? Deep in my heart, I feel the desire, but I feel there's constantly something stopping me from my goals, and I'm afraid that I'll be too old by the time it happens.
Okay, so no joke, I feel that every day. Like, I'm 32, right? And you're 33, and I still feel every day like we're gonna run out of time. We're gonna run out of time. We're not gonna be able to do this. We got to do all the things right now. Like, panic almost.
Yep.
And you just have to go, okay, like you were saying last night, we did a live with the Roads on their member area, and you were saying you just do one thing a day.
Just do one thing.
Because that one thing gets you a little bit
closer,
farther.
then you're one step closer
Exactly.
to achieving your goals.
And it is easy to get discouraged and kind of down about it when you're looking at the whole big picture and it seems really, really overwhelming. But if you break it down and you have one goal, one thing, maybe it's, okay, well, my goal is to get out of debt so I can go do homesteading, but you have a lot of debt. Well, then your smaller goal is, okay, my goal is to pay off this $600 credit card. That's what you attack, and that's what you stay positive about. And you always look, I think for us is we're always looking at the future, and we're always looking at everything we have. Like,
goals.
This is amazing what we have here. Maybe we don't have the garden we want now. Maybe we don't have the animals we want now, but we are so blessed and so thankful for what we have. But we felt that way in suburbia too. It was like, oh man, we got a house. We have enough backyard that we can put a garden in. Like, you always have to look at it differently. You have to change your perspective.
Yep.
Really. And that's how you stay positive, and you just set those goals and you keep going for them. Yep. I think kind of into that. Stress is a daily, and how are you all able to deal with it? And somebody else also, and it's kind of going to tie into this, somebody else also asked, what kind of hobbies do you guys have? And I think that those two things kind of tie together. So how do you deal with the stress? And I think part of that is have hobbies.
So, like, how do I deal with the stress? I have to go do other things.
Yeah.
Like ripping off walls and finding
rot
in places that weren't supposed to be rotten.
Right? Holes in the floor that weren't supposed to be there.
Stuff that's just been covered over. Well, instead of just getting mad about it and worrying about it and, oh, how are we going to deal with this? How are we going to pay for this? Like, all that.
Right.
We'll just deal with it.
Yeah.
Not today.
Right.
Like, I'm going to go play guitar now and just forget about it.
Yeah.
Just for a little bit. I'll worry about it tomorrow.
Right.
And then tomorrow comes and we address it and we deal with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's just that one day at a time mentality.
It is.
That's how I deal with it.
I think, too, is we have realized that we have to take days off.
Yes.
Because it is very easy to get in the, okay, you're going to constantly work on the mobile home, and I'm going to constantly work on the business, and we're going to constantly be filming and worrying about YouTube, and we're going to, and it's like, no, we're going to take Sunday, we're not going to do anything.
Yep. We're going to barbecue and just have a good time.
Yeah, I'm a reader. I like to read. Like, you have to have those hobbies to kind of deal with the stress.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to have to move. This is getting too dark.
Yep. It's this
beautiful
outside lighting.
Outdoor lighting.
It's all right. Like,
ambient lighting.
Like, look at it. Like, those are nice.
It is nice.
Like
they're cute. I just am really orange now, so okay, whatever.
Okay, we're gonna
change the scenery.
Yeah, we needed
light.
We're gonna try to go through a lot more of these faster, not give hour-long answers.
Yeah, sorry.
Here's a simple one. What camera equipment do we use?
Okay, we started out with the G7X, the Canon G7X. It's
Mark II.
Mark II. It's about this big, but it does not have an external mic. We now use the M50. That's what this is shooting on. We love the M50. It is amazing.
And it's really light.
It's really light. We do have another DSLR, the SL2, the Canon SL2, and it's really heavy. So for me, in my tiny frame, it's like, this is obnoxious. So we are loving the M50. It's really great.
Yeah.
And it does have the external mic output, so we have the little dead cat
fuzzy
thingy
thing
up there.
Jack, can you come put away the chickies?
Are you planning to put a back deck on the trailer, the mobile home?
Oh,
yes. The entire length.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Big deck. I think we have the Brothertons Better Together Life to thank for that, because we saw their shed to house and it was.
If y'all haven't seen their channel, it's gorgeous, like gorgeous.
Their decks, front and back, on that thing. Oh my gosh, it sold us. It was
the best porch sitting decks. The beautiful. So yes, we're doing that. Your children are so well behaved. Do they ever fight? Yes. Yes, they do. One of them was angry at the other today because one was looking at them, breathing.
He's breathing!
When will your soap be ready again? Because I sold out completely. The one downside to soap, cold process soap, is it takes 4 to 6 weeks to cure. So 4 to 6 weeks. I'm working on it, y'all. No, but trying to get in a good swing and good production. So that'll be coming, and I'll also be opening up pre-orders for people who want to order ahead of time to make sure they get in on the next batch for sure. Okay, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Did the ash tree survive being moved from your single wide to your newly planted line of trees?
Yes, it did.
It did.
I was this close to, you know what? I'm just gonna run it over with a lawnmower. It's not doing anything. Just whatever. It has pushed out new leaves.
It is. It's got like 5 little new leaves on it.
Just in time for fall.
Yeah, right.
But,
hey, it's working.
It survived, and if it's pushing out new growth, that means it's actually put down roots.
Yeah, it's doing good.
I'd like to hear about the knife making setup. I'm a bit of a wannabe knife maker. I think everyone should be at work in their knife shop. Greetings from Idaho. So.
And to go along with that, some people are asking about your workshop and when you're starting.
So, priority number 1 is getting into this mobile home.
Right.
So the barn is what I'm gonna set up as my workshop. It's more than enough space.
Oh yeah.
And I just can't work on it right now. I've gotta worry about this.
Yeah.
If I'm spread too thin.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's
and the
where I'm
barn,
at.
there's certain things we have to do to make it stable for holding equipment and stuff like that.
Like there's no way I'm putting my lathe up on the 2nd story, and we want to use the bottom floor of the barn for
as a barn.
Animals.
Yeah.
We, you know, when we get pigs are going to go in there for a minute before we move them outside so we can get them trained to a bucket, stuff like that. I would love to know more about how you broke free from the traditional 9 to 5. So we've gotten this question a lot.
It's and lots of variations of that.
Yeah,
how do you survive?
Question.
That kind of thing.
This wasn't something that happened overnight, that we just decided to sell everything and hit the road.
I mean, well, the decision was
to do it, yes,
fairly fast.
We are big proponents of being debt free.
Yes.
And
we
paying off debt.
Worked to do that for a long time.
So when I was working tons and tons of hours, instead of just blowing the money and going buying new cars and new this and new that.
Even though we wanted to,
we put it towards debt.
Yep.
And while everybody was making fun of us for living
very tight
below our means, we were paying off debt.
Yep.
And now it's like, okay, I didn't know why we were doing it at the time.
Right,
like
but we knew we needed to for some reason.
And so it just put us in a good position. If you want to break free, you have to take steps to really angle yourself to make that jump. And it is scary. It is terrifying. Like, we're still doing it. We're still jumping off. That's what it feels like.
Right. We still have days where it's like, are we crazy? This is really hard. And it's still scary a little bit, to be honest.
Still have days where it's like, maybe I should just go get a solid job.
A solid job, yeah.
But nope. You just gotta face your fear.
Yeah, you do. You just gotta give it up. It's Joel Salatin says, if you want it, you gotta want it.
Yep.
And Dave Ramsey says, live like no one else so you can live like no one else later. Yep. So it's, you just take the steps to do it. And maybe it means getting a side hustle and building that. So while you're still working that 9 to 5, so that's coming up. So one of these days you're gonna be able to step away from that 9 to 5 and have that side hustle. It might mean that you just pay off a ton of debt because that's where your bills are going and that kind of thing. But you have to want it and you have to work for it.
Yep.
And we want it bad enough. So here we are, working our butts off. And on that note, what we are doing for income so that you don't have to go back to a solid job, we do YouTube. We have been blessed since we have landed here that it is paying a good chunk of the bills. And we're thankful for that. And it is a lot of work. There are a lot of people that are like, I want to get into YouTube and, you know, make a go of it and like make that be my job. And it's that's great.
It's a full-time
job.
job.
It is a full-time job. It is a lot of work and we love doing it and we're not complaining at all. We're just letting you know that it is a job. And I mean, to be able to...
It is bigger than any hobby we've ever had.
Oh, yeah.
It consumes a lot of time and brain power.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But if that's where you want to go, then just know that you're going to put as many hours. Just like any other small business, you're going to be putting in the hours. We also have Bumblewood, my soap business. That's starting to take off again. That's part of our income, and then your knife income.
And it's not just going to be knives. I've got all this equipment, so I will be doing freelance machine work. I will be doing various welding jobs and stuff like that.
I mean, our goal
always have.
Yeah, that's how we are. We've always had like 7 income streams. I mean,
you know, someone needs a big fancy wrought iron gate built. I haven't welded in a year.
Right.
Sure, I'll build you a gate. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You always have to be willing to just take the jobs.
Right. And I think a lot of people want to know what we do for income, not necessarily to be nosy, but because they want to know, what are my options? How can I make this happen for me and my family? And we have so many people ask us all the time, well, how can I? I feel like we're stuck. Well, part of how you do that is you find a little bit of money here and a little bit of money here, and you just kind of like add it all together, and eventually, ideally, you're both at home and running around with your kids and planting a garden and doing the animals and all that kind of stuff.
You definitely have to be more intentional.
You do. You have to be more intentional, and you have to be like on it with your time, and you can't waste time, and you have to set those goals and have those lists. Sometimes it's the daily goals of this is what I need to get done today, and then it's the life goals of, okay, well, these daily goals are getting me to here, the big stuff.
Well, I feel bad. We've only answered just a few questions, and there's literally like 300 or 400 more questions.
So many.
We are not going to get
inquisitive
to them all.
people.
Like, I feel bad. Like,
I know, it's so many, but
we've done Q&As before, and it's like, oh man, like 20 questions.
I know, right?
Sweet. And now it's like, whoa.
Yeah, it was
okay.
a lot. But I think a lot of them were really similar.
Yeah.
And hopefully we answered quite a few of your questions, and I'm sure we'll do this again.
We will.
At some point. So, like we said, we are getting ready to go to the Homesteaders of America Conference. That is the 11th and 12th. That's Friday and Saturday. October. In Front Royal, Virginia. We are super excited. We were there last year, and it was an absolute
amazing.
blast. It's like the biggest family reunion, but without the drama, if y'all know what I mean. Like, it's just everybody who's there, and they're all from different, I would say, levels of homesteading.
Yep.
Some are suburban people just dreaming. Some have a little garden. Some have 50 acres that they're doing it on. And it's just everybody's into the whole thing. And you go and you hang out with people and you learn and you have fun and you listen to the speakers, and there's a seed swap that they have going on, and you eat from the food trucks. I mean, it's like, it's all good.
It's so fun.
Last year they even had a flea market thing that it had nothing to do with the actual conference, but it was there at the fair, and all of us were like, oh, let's go shopping too. This is great. And there's vendors. I mean, there's so many vendors. It was just absolutely incredible. So we are super stoked to go. For those of you who can't go, and I'm just going to plug this real quick because I know a lot of people have asked about community and joining a community and that kind of thing. We are teaming up with Amy and the team up at Homesteaders of America. They've opened their membership area again for the fall. If y'all are looking for it, you can get all the speakers and everything. They film those and put it all there, and you get the vendor discounts, you get all that stuff. So if you're looking for a community like that, there's a Facebook group, the whole thing. I'll drop a link for that below. No pressure, y'all. Like, we don't want you to ever feel like we're pushing you to buy something, like, honestly. But I know that a lot of people come to us and ask, I'm just looking for community, I'm looking for like-minded people, I really want, where do I go for information and to get ideas for homesteading? Homesteaders of America community
It's a great resource.
is a great resource. Amy and the team, like, they work their butts off to bring good stuff for everybody. So, like I said, I'll drop that below. If you're interested, cool. If not, totally get it. It's all good.
Yep.
And if you are going to the Homesteaders of America Conference, leave a comment below. We are so excited to meet you. We will be there. Please come up and say hi. We are just people. Like, we're real people. Like, I put my pants on. I put my earrings on.
Just like anybody else.
Like, it's all like, we brush our teeth. It's all the same thing. Drink coffee in the morning. We're just people. So please come say hi. We'd love to meet you. It'd be super awesome. And maybe we could answer some more of your questions in person. I don't know. There's so many questions. I feel overwhelmed, but it's all good. So we need to go finish dinner and get packing and clean fridges and all that stuff. So, all right. Catch you guys on the next one.
Bye.